Hello everyone, thank you very much for clicking and for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is the free game collection. It's 100% free. What we do, whatever we pick up this week, and it doesn't matter what episode you're watching, it's week to week, whatever we pick up, we will sell on to get the cash back, okay? We don't just turn cash into voucher and call it free. It's 100% free game collection. To keep with us, hope you enjoy it, hope you stay with us. If you want to see how we do that, if you're a return subscriber, welcome back. You knew all that, and thank you very much for joining me again. Hope you've been enjoying the weather. It's lovely outside, isn't it? Absolutely lovely. And I went to a lovely, hot, sunny carboot this week. Everything's from a carboot. Got some interesting stuff this week. Some stuff that you don't really see. There's something in here I really didn't expect to see at a carboot so early after release. And I've got some stuff nice and new in the box. I've got some Switch stuff, not games, but I think this is like a year and a half into me doing this, and it's the first time I've picked up anything Switch related. So let's crack on. Let's go to it. I want to start by doing something that hasn't happened before. So on Instagram, I got a guy called Douglas, hello Douglas, reached out to me, and he watched some episodes and he realised I was trying to get the Resident Evil remastered games on the Xbox One. Well, he messaged to say that he had a couple of them, and he had one of them that I needed, and if I was interested in having it off him, and he offered me a very good price for it. As I was discussing, we realised that Douglas is collecting for PS4, and I just so happened to have this game in PS4 that I didn't want, and he had it in Xbox One that I wanted. Hence, you know, 2 envelopes and 2 postal stamps. We managed to sort something out. So I now have Resident Evil 5 on the Xbox One, and I swapped that for my copy of Resident Evil 5 on the PS4 that we picked up last year. So I pretty much just swapped it into Xbox One, which is fantastic. Lovely condition. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I think I only need 2 more Resident Evils now on the Xbox One to have completed that target for the year. So it's absolutely fantastic. Really chuffed with that. Douglas, thank you very much for reaching out again. Good to deal with you, mate. Thank you very much. But yeah, so I won't be adding this to the collection because technically I picked this up last year. This was part of last year's free game collection. I'm just going to put it on the shelf, so a bit of swippy swappy. But yeah, good way of starting off. 2 left. I can't wait. I think it's Resident Evil 6 and the remake, like the remaster of Resident Evil 4, the first one that they put on the Xbox One. They're the only 2 I need now, so, and they're not hard to get hold of, so we'll smash that target. Right, to the car boot, some of the stuff we picked up. So I'm going to start, I'll tell you what, let's start with something a little different completely. I haven't picked any of these up. Darth Vader, Venom, and Spider-Man. So these are the Disney Infinity figures. I don't do very well with these. A guy had a massive box of them and he said 50p each. I picked these 3 up because I picked some up a little while ago, and I seem to recall Venom and Spider-Man did quite well. Darth Vader, I thought Darth Vader would do well because it's Darth Vader. I paid 3, I got 3 of them for £1 off him instead of 50p each, so that's bad. They have rocketed right down in price. I'm all right because I'm £1 in, but yeah, I paid £1 for 3. They are pretty cool, aren't they? I never played any of the Infinity games, but yeah, I picked those up because I thought I'd get a little bit more, and back in the day, last time I did it, you did get a bit more, but they appear to be dropping down in price. They are cool though, aren't they? They are quite nice. I might look at the price. I like that Darth Vader. I might keep hold of him and display him somewhere. But yeah, I got those 3 for £1. I'll be all right, but not as well as they used to do. Right, let's do, so I'm going to start with a slight dud, but at the same time, it's going to work out well in the end. I'm going to leave the charger and everything for this in the bag. But first thing, a lady had loads of PSP stuff coming out, and she had an actual PSP. So she was not budging on price at all, but she did okay, you know, the price she was asking for originally. So I paid £5 for this PSP. It does work. Problem is, there's no battery on the back and no cover. The reason I know it works is because I put my battery in to test it, and it works absolutely fine. It's also missing the little grip on the front. So it doesn't work. I obviously knew that before I bought it, but for £5 it works fine. It's not hard to get hold of a broken PSP out and about, and they're quite easy to swap the parts around for as long as you've got the right screwdriver and things. So for £5, it is a working PSP. If I can get another one down the line that's a bit bust up, it should be quite easy to stick the 2 together and get a working one again. So that's why I picked that up. Also, I will show you the charger actually. It's the thing, it's got an actual PSP charger for it. I don't have an official PSP charger. All of mine are sort of, you know, third-party ones. So I got that. So I'm going to keep hold of that for me, just because I've got that. We'll stick that back down here. And then the PSP. So yeah, can't do anything with that. But £5, I think that'll pay dividends later down the line. So something to consider when you're out and about. And she also did me this game for £1. WWE All-Stars. I played this on the 360. It's not too bad at all. This is a couple quid in CEX for some reason. I have already played All-Stars. I probably won't go back and play it again. It's in lovely condition. I'm on the fence as to whether to keep this or move this on. I think I'll move it on, but it is in lovely condition. I only think I'll move it on because I don't think I'll play it on the PSP, and I've already played it on the 360. But yeah, decent game to have picked up. She had a few. This was the only one I thought worth picking up, but £1 for that and £5 for the PSP. PSP will come in handy later down the line. So let's do some games before I do the other really random stuff. So this was £2 and it's Assassin's Creed Black Flag on the Xbox One. We pick this up all the time, but CEX give you a half decent return for this one. So yeah, it's a fantastic game. I've said it so many times. It is my favourite Assassin's Creed game that I've played so far. Yeah, definite game you must pick up and play if you haven't already, and I definitely suggest the Xbox One version over the 360 or the PS3. £2 for this one. Lady wanted £4 for this originally. I asked if she'd take 2 on the whim and she just said yes, which is great. Fortunately though, while I was looking at this, there was somebody else there. I didn't realise while I was looking at this one that she put a white PS4 controller on the table. Somebody else had that away for I think £3 or something, so that was a bit annoying. But I did pick this up, £2. Spider-Man. I have to admit, I have never played any of the PS4 Spider-Man games, PS5 as well. I need to. I've got a copy of it down there. I haven't got around to doing it, but I've already got this one. Decent return on it. I'll be moving this one on. It's in nice condition as well. It's been a game in some point in time. This was good. This was a little later on, just sitting amongst a load of other Xbox 360 games that had just sort of been avoided. LMA Manager 2007. Now this is like 20 quid. I've already got this. I don't know why it warrants such a high price. I think it's the only LMA game on the 360. I think there's one Championship Manager game that's also on the 360, and that's pretty much it from what I know about your football management games on the 360. So that might be why it warrants such a high price. I've already got it in the collection. It's a decent condition. It's got a sticker on it. Don't know what that's all about. But yeah, £1 for this one. Just sitting there. The disc is nice. Actually, this is quite a nice copy of LMA Manager now I look at it. I might put this one on Vinted. It's, yeah, quite a pricey game, so really glad to have picked that up for £1. It was one of those where, you know what, I've seen this before, I know that this is worth a bit, so I did a bit of a double take when I saw it just sitting there amongst some other games. Obviously people have missed it. So LMA Manager 2007, great game to pick up. Now this is the one I didn't expect to find at a car boot so early. So there was a boy and his mum, and they had a couple gaming stuff. They had a copy of FIFA 2023 that they wanted a £5 for, and I saw this one sitting there. They only wanted £4 for this. Assassin's Creed Mirage. This has only recently come out, and the other thing is, it's this collection series. What's it called? Launch Edition. It's in fantastic condition. It's got the map and everything in it. Not only that, it's still sealed. So this is a sealed copy of Assassin's Creed Mirage in July 2024 at a car boot for £4. She even said when I bought it that she'd only just bought it for him, the lad that was standing there, and he didn't want it. And I didn't haggle her down. I said, how much? She said £4. So look, I can't believe. Now, I don't have it. I've not played it. However, you get such a good return for it at the moment at CEX because it's so new. I'll definitely be trading this one in. I will pick it up later down the line, as all Assassin's Creed games do. They become a lot easier to find, a lot cheaper after a little while. And I've got so many Xbox One games to get through at the moment. I don't need to add any more to that backlog. So yeah, Assassin's Creed Mirage sealed launch edition, £4 at a car boot. Fantastic. Couldn't believe it when I saw that. I had to double check to make sure that that was the new. I think it's based in, is it in Baghdad? Yeah, Baghdad this one's based in. I haven't seen too much about it, but yeah, shocking. Right, I've got one more thing that I picked up, but there's quite a bit of it. So I got this off a guy. He pulled up, he had a big box of stuff. He wanted £5 each for these. Some were open, some were sealed, varying in condition. But he had a big box of them when he pulled up. He wanted £5 each for them. I went to him twice. I got this first lot. I got 3 off him for a tenner. So we did 3 for 2 basically. I then went back at the end just before I left and I picked up 2 more off him, and that's when I started chatting to him. He was a lovely guy. I started chatting to him. I explained that I do this, and that's why he did me two more for a £5 basically. Lovely guy. These basically came off a pallet. Him and his mate bought a pallet. His mate rang him and said, I want this pallet, but I don't want everything on it. Do you want to go in with me? So there was a couple of things on there he wanted apparently, but not everything. So he went in and took a load of other stuff. off this pallet, and he was flogging them on. And they are, you can see me just, and this has got the Switch stuff in it. They are controllers, lots and lots of boxed controllers. So I picked up the boxed ones. There was some loose ones as well. I double checked these. I went back to him a second time because I stood still for a minute in the car boot and really inspected these to see what it was I just bought. But when I pulled up there and then, and the first time, I thought I just got to take something. So what I've picked up is I've got a boxed PowerA for the Xbox One. Again, this one's in really nice condition, apart from it looks like it's been dropped at some point in time. I assume, by the way, these are returns. And the things returns, in my experience, there's two reasons why people really return things. They bought it and they don't want it, so they just straight away send it back without even opening them, which I'm hoping I've got here, or they're broken, which is why I avoided the ones that had already been opened and I've got only sealed ones. That was my logic anyway. But yeah, a black wired PowerA controller. So CEX do take the PowerA controllers. Keep in mind they have to have the official PowerA really long charger cable with them, so keep that in mind. But I picked that one up. I picked up another. I got a white wired PowerA Xbox One controller, so that's two of those. I've got plenty of Xbox One controllers at the moment. I'm tempted to keep them because they're boxed, but at the same time, this one's got a slight rip there. CEX won't care whether they're boxed or not. I'm tempted to keep them, but I probably won't, to be honest, because I've got so many. Then I mentioned some Switch stuff. So I've got another PowerA. It's an enhanced wireless controller for the Switch. So yeah, this one's in good condition. No, this one's completely sealed. No real damage to the box at all. So I've got that one. And then these two are some funky ones. So again, this is an enhanced wired controller for the Switch, PowerA, with a Super Mario theme. And this one opens up at the front like that, so you can see that. That's a really nice controller. I can't see this on the CEX website. I can find it online, but not the CEX website, so I'm not sure they actually take these. They're very varying in price as well, but that's cracking to have found that. So I found another Switch controller. I got another Switch controller, which is an enhanced wireless controller for Animal Crossing. This one again, completely sealed. This one looks like it's just been crushed a tiny little bit, but an Animal Crossing one. Again, CEX don't seem to have this on their website. So these 5 box controllers were £15 in the end, which I'm hoping CEX are going to take. CEX should definitely take these two. I can't really tell if they take this one or not. It's very, very confusing on their website as to what that is. But I don't think they take these two. Now, I don't collect for Switch. However, I'm tempted to kind of keep these because I will get to Switch eventually. I really like this one for some reason. I'm not an Animal Crossing guy, but I do like this one. And this one's pretty decent as well. So I need to see what to do. But I don't know whether to take them out of the boxes and try them as well to see if they work, or just take them into CEX, these ones, or take them out and sell them on Vinted after testing them and I know they work. I don't know. So that's the situation I'm in. So see, a decent week. So I've got a nice big stack of sealed controllers, some cracking, not many, but some cracking games from a carboot, especially Mirage you wouldn't expect to find. And then I've got some pretty little figures and granted half a PSP that will definitely pay dividends later down the line. So I need to figure out what on earth I'm doing with this. I'm going to go to CEX and I'll be back in a minute. So I am back from CEX. It's gone really easy this week. Really, really easy. It's only the next day for me and everything's pretty much sorted already. It's been nice to do. So let's do what we do. Let's take away what everything you just saw cost us. £31. Let's take £31 away. Nice round number to get back to make it free. How did we make it free? Vinted this week. I think it's the first time Vinted took care of getting the cash back in its entirety ever, to be honest. So when I put things on Vinted, I don't expect them all to sell. I sort of think, well, I'll put it on. If someone wants it, I'll give it a day or two. If not, I'll take it into CEX. Everything I put on there sold within 6 hours, which is fantastic. So Vinted took care of all the cash back. What did I sell? So Spider-Man, £6. LMA Manager 2007 on the 360, £14 I put that up for. Sold within 20 minutes. I probably could have asked for a bit more in hindsight, but I'm happy with £14, so that's good. Mirage, I sold that for £15. That didn't take too long to go at all. I think I put it up for 18. Someone offered me 15. I thought, why not? Fantastic. And I put the Switch controller, the plain black one that was in the box was still in good condition. I put that up there. A subscriber bought that off us. He sent me a picture of his game room as well, which it's going to go into. It's amazing. He had this fantastic game room, so I know that's gone to a good home. And he had that for a tenner, which I think that's a good price for a sealed Switch controller. So that's gone to a really good home. So in total, £45 back in the cash total. So let's stick £45 back. So we made £14 profit, which this year, that might be the most cash profit we made in one episode, which is fantastic. The rest was on a voucher, obviously. So in CEX, we got £12 for the other wired Xbox One controllers. There was 2 of those, so £12 each for those. And then those Disney little figures, the little Infinity ones, £1.10 for Spider-Man, 60p for Venom, and 80p for Darth Vader. So you don't get too much, but I only paid £1, so that's fine. And then £8 for Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which means on a voucher, we got £34.50 back on a voucher as well. So stick £34.50. So we got it free, we got 14 quid for the effort, and we got 34 odd quid on a voucher. That's good going in less than a day, which is absolutely fantastic. And you'd notice there's some stuff missing because I've kept some stuff as well. So first things first, obviously got my swap deal. That's absolutely fantastic. So that'll be going straight onto the shelf. Really chuffed for that. Just a couple more I need now for the Resale collection. I decided to keep this WWE All-Stars. They sell it for like 12 quid. But they're only going to give you £2 cash for it, I think it was. So I think I'll just hold on to that for a little while. It's one of those, again, where I just didn't feel... It's a bit of a... I think it was £4 on a voucher. Doesn't seem much for what they sell it for. So I'll keep hold of that. Might get rid of it at a later date, but for now, that's going to stay with me. Obviously, I've got the PSP, so not much I can do with this right now, but I can guarantee you, in the future, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not this year, but at some point in time, this will become a fully working PSP, and we'll move it on for some decent money. So that's nice to have waiting on the side. And then the 2 other things that I decided to keep were, as you probably notice, I kept the Animal Crossing Switch controller and the Super Mario Switch controller. Now, as I've said many times, I don't collect for Switch, as in I have nothing Switch whatsoever. These are my first 2 Switch related items. I just think they're really nice, and I will get a Switch at some point in time. Of course I will, and when I do, I've got 2 cracking controllers to play them on. I just think they're good. You don't come across them very often. They're boxed. Granted, the boxes have took a bit of a dink. I might give them a bit of a try reshape them somehow, sort of press them into each other, but those 2 for free, I think that's fantastic. Online, these tend to go for about just over £20 each, so not too bad. So about 40 quid worth here for free. So that's fantastic. So this week, 2 Switch controllers boxed. Fantastic. PSP, I got another one in the Resale games, money, vouchers, absolutely fantastic, fantastic. Car boot season as well is well in swing. It's lovely outside. I'm looking forward to going to the car boot again this weekend. Hope we do just as well. So thank you very, very, very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves.